From small beginnings, I have ventured far from home and family in order to discover what awaits in the world. What secrets await past that soybean field horizon, I wondered. I have crossed mighty streams and scaled great mountains in order to find the wisdom that eluded me. I return with powerful knowledge. Hockey's the best sport. It's true, though. I've fallen in love with hockey. When I moved to Colorado Springs, it was part of something I wanted to really focus on, which was like understanding the culture that existed out here. Whenever I left college, I went to Oklahoma City, and it felt very similar to like the area that I grew up in. Like, there's definitely different like cultural differences, but by and large, it was like the same gas stations and like the same restaurants. And I just really wanted to have like a big change. So when I moved to Colorado, it was like, okay, I really need to kind of ingratiate myself in like the culture that's out here. Easiest way I was able to find to do that was hockey. And hockey really was just supposed to be a social lubricant that I used at work or with people. It's like, yo, hey, yeah, I'm up to date on current sporting events. Dude, I have fallen in love with hockey. It's perfect for my dopamine addicted brain. Like, it's always moving, it's always fast. Like, it's very similar to basketball. I would say it's actually probably more closer related to like soccer, but like soccer, again, like massive field, takes forever. You like kick the ball, it goes like sailing in the air. You got like 30 seconds before like anything else like interesting happens. Hockey is on a much smaller rink, very similar to a basketball court, and it's just a lot more fast moving. And people will get hit a lot. Like, they'll get checked, they'll get boarded, they will get sucker punched. I still think that, like, the national sport, like the sport that everyone cares about in America, is still football. Right now, in terms of, like, pop culture, like, NFL is still, like, king. But I really stopped caring after 2020. Like, I got to see the Chiefs win a Super Bowl, and after that first one, I was like, cool. That was awesome. In fact, I think I still have like the footage for it, which also, funny enough, is whenever me and my wife first started dating, I asked her out the day of the February 2020 Super Bowl. And then the world shut down a couple of months later. I feel really bad about it. Like, I don't think it's necessarily my fault, but there's like a lot of signs, you know, like I find happiness. I start dating a girl. The world shuts down, you know, like... Like, I still kind of keep up with football a little bit. Like, I'll hear, like, a player got traded to a team, and I'm like, oh, interesting. Like, Aaron Rodgers with the Steelers now. That's interesting. But, like, I haven't watched a game in probably, like, 3 years. I'm a Chiefs fan in terms of I grew up in that state. Like, I grew up in Missouri, 2 hours south of Kansas City. That was the team that me and my dad would go see, like, football games at. Like, they were the team. And they sucked for years. Like... When I was a kid, it was Trent Green, Priest Holmes, Dante Hall, Tony Gonzalez. That was like the team, right? And they did really well, either almost getting to the playoffs or getting knocked out in the first round of the playoffs for years. I think they had one amazing season right when like Alex Smith started. The 20s started with Chief dominance, and pretty much all the way up to this year, because I think right now that, hold on, let me be accurate in this. Oh my gosh, Chiefs right now are 5-4. What were they last year? I know they made it to the Super Bowl and lost. 15-2. That, and I do not care anything about baseball. I do not care. I'm very happy that there were so many people that were excited about the LA Dodgers and the Toronto Blue Jays. I do not know what teams those two beat in order to be at the World Series. I've just been flooded with a bunch of World Series videos on like YouTube and YouTube Shorts. And I have no idea why, because I did not care about baseball at all. Do not get me wrong. I think baseball can have some like amazing stories. I loved playing baseball when I was a kid. I am so uninterested in watching those games. Anyways, hockey is just a very fun sport to watch, but I think the reason why I love it the most is that hockey players govern themselves. And what I mean by that is if you are going around on the ice being a schmuck, you will get your teeth knocked out. And I think that's awesome. And I don't necessarily, like, I'm not trying to say like, oh, I really like it when people beat each other up, or like the fighting in there is not barbaric. Like, it's brutal, some of these fights. Some of these dudes are huge, and they are throwing huge punches. There's a great documentary on Netflix called Ice Guardians. I highly recommend it. It's been a while since I've watched it, but they do a really good job of explaining enforcers and why they're there. I could absolutely see why people would look at that and see barbarism and see thugs. But I really do hold the opinion that it makes the game safer and it holds people to accountability. It holds the players on the ice to accountability, and honor is very much an important aspect of the game. They talk about it all the time. If you just go out on the rink and just start being a thug and just like beating people up, that team's going to start beating up your guys too. It's a very fun sport to get into. It's a very easy, quick sport to pick up. They have really cool goals. There's really cool saves. Like one of the things that that really got me invested was seeing Marc-Andre Fleury do this like amazing diving catch to like rob a guy. I don't even remember who took the shot. Like, I don't know, man. I get so excited about playoffs in hockey. Bottom line is, puck crosses red line in between posts of net, you got a goal. Oh, and another great show to watch that would help like explain just like the culture of hockey, which I think is the best part of hockey. Shoresy on, you can get it on like Hulu or Disney Plus. I think Hulu is like the main. No, it's Hulu. Great show. It's a spinoff from Letterkenny, which I also recommend watching. Letterkenny, another hilarious show. And just like one final thing, there's not a better time to start watching hockey. You're not late. You are getting into what I think is a great period of time to be watching hockey. Like, the Utah Mammoth just came out like 2 years ago. Last year, they were just the Utah Hockey Club. My team, absolutely, if it's no surprise, is the Colorado Avalanche. When I started watching hockey, I loved the Vegas Golden Knights because they had Mark Stone, Ryan Reeves, and Marc-Andre Fleury. Mark Stone was an amazing scorer, so you would see like a lot of really cool, sweet goals. Marc-Andre Fleury was the goalie. Not only was he like a great goalie, like he had an amazing career, like he's retired now. Like this was like towards the tail end of like his career. Not only was he still like a really, really good goalie, he was a very fun goalie. Like he had a very fun personality. And then Ryan Reeves will for always and forever be one of my favorite hockey players of all time because he's one of the last enforcers of the league. Like there's still fighting in the game, but there's very little guys who get brought up into the league just exclusively to fight. And that's how Ryan Reeves like spent most of his career, was just being brought in to be a fighter, and that's still kind of what he is, and it's kind of freaking awesome. Because yeah, as I was watching the Colorado Avalanche just because they were like local and I wanted to get like an idea on like local sports. They traded Ryan Reeves, they traded Marc-Andre Fleury, and Vegas just didn't feel the same. And I was like, I'm not really loving this. So I started looking closer into Colorado, and I just freaking fell in love with the Colorado Avalanche. They're my team, and I am going to like put that flag in there. Even if I move out of the state of Colorado, it's like, no, Colorado was like the real first love of hockey. Specifically, Cale Makar. The year I started watching hockey was the year he had his rookie year in the NHL, and he was just not only getting lots of praise, but he was really fun to watch. Like, he's a defenseman, but he would be taking these absolute long-range sniper shots from like the top of the from the top of the line. If you're going to pick a team, I would actually honestly start with either of the Florida teams. They seem to be dominating right now. Like, as the Chiefs have been dominating in football, Florida's been dominating in hockey. And I don't mean, like, there's two Florida teams, and they've both been killing it. In 2020 and 2021, the Tampa Bay Lightning won back-to-back Stanley Cups. They made it to a third and lost to the Colorado Avalanche. I don't know what this is. I don't know why I did that. I think I'm old. And then in 2024 and this year, in 2025, it's gone to the Florida Panthers. And how are they doing right now? I think Colorado has been able to maintain a advantage because they have only they've only lost in overtime. But they've only lost outside of overtime once. Wow, they're the only ones. Oh, that's awesome. Keep going, brothers. Florida, 6-5? Really? Holy cow. I had no idea. Sorry, I got distracted with Chicago is also a fun one to root for because they just got like they got their superstar rookie. So I mean, I don't know. It's giving Michael Jordan vibes. And last year, Alex Ovechkin just broke Wayne Gretzky's all-time scoring record. So like every new goal is the new record for like every new goal of his is the record being increased. It's pretty awesome. Yeah, hockey's the best sport. That's what I think.